All right, well, it's nice to get some more weather. Mother Nature gracing us with some snow in the high country. Getting some video courtesy of Mammoth Mountain. Snow started falling at Mammoth Mountain early this morning, just some showers, and started picking up a little bit later on in the morning into the afternoon, and we are expecting some pretty good snowfall. And boy, while Mammoth Mountain had some pretty good coverage with nice snowstorms earlier in the season, as always, nice, well, not only to get more snow for Mammoth Mountain, but our region, as always needs the moisture. So again, good to see some precipitation coming our way. All right, let's go to the weather map. Sierra Wave Media prognosticator Dennis Mattinson notes a strong disturbance from the northeast Pacific has already brought snow to the high country. And again, we're going to see some more snow next couple of days, rain and snow to the valleys. Winds also gusty along the Sierra front through tomorrow. Dennis Mattinson says, hey, look at about 12 to 18 inches of new snow at Mammoth Mountain with this system. Temperatures also significantly lower as the system kicks through. A cool northwest flow will follow the passage of the system on Wednesday. Then another system will impact the area over the weekend, keeping things cool and blustery through then. Low tonight into tomorrow morning for Mammoth, 14 degrees. Bishop and the Owens Valley, 23 degrees. Mammoth, June, and Mono County on Wednesday. Snow showers, but still windy. Northwest winds 15 to 20 miles an hour. Just 28 the expected high in Mammoth. Low of about 5 degrees. Thursday for Mono County, we're still hanging with that slight 20% chance of some snow showers. A north wind 10 to 15 miles an hour in the forecast. 30 the expected high in Mammoth. Low of about 7 degrees. And for Friday, Mono County, mostly cloudy conditions, some light wind. No mention of any precip. And 41 the high in Mammoth. Low of about 19 degrees. For Bishop and the Owens Valley, we'll put in a early morning 20% chance of some rain. Northwest winds blowing 20 to 25 miles an hour, some gusts to 35. 52 the expected high in Bishop, low of about 19 degrees. And by Thursday afternoon, about another 20% chance of a little rain shower. Northwest winds 10 to 15 miles an hour through the valley. 50 the expected high in Bishop, low of about 19 degrees. And for Friday, dry conditions, just some light wind, mostly cloudy. 61 the high in Bishop with a low of about 32 degrees. So as we said, we'll at least get a little precipitation from Mother Nature. We're going to jump over to some sports. Lots of CIF postseason action to talk about, including the Bishop Union High School girls varsity soccer team. They were scheduled to host #1 seed St. Monica today in a second round match. Hopefully we'll have some highlights for that on Wednesday's broadcast. Also want to mention, hey, the Lone Pine boys varsity basketball team, they're on the road tonight taking on #1 seed Rio Hondo Prep of Arcadia. Remember, Rio Hondo Prep won the Division 13 football title, so they're going for a little double-double football and basketball. So again, good luck to Lone Pine boys basketball and girls soccer today. Right now, let's head out to the Bishop Union High School Gus Kleekus Gymnasium, where on Saturday night, boy, the Bishop girls varsity basketball team scored a great victory. Broncos now have 2 wins in the Division 5 AA playoff CIF Southern Section 4 championships presented by Farmers. Yeah, and the win on Saturday night puts Bishop into Wednesday's quarterfinals, and Broncos will be on the road to take on Providence of Burbank. We'll talk more about that here in just a moment. But again, as we're looking at some of the highlights from the Bishop Broncos game Saturday night, the Broncos a 51-50 win against #7 seed Bishop Diego, visiting from Santa Barbara. And boy, the Bishop Broncos done so well under Coach Brian Pennington, and they just played a heck of a good game against Bishop Diego. Got to be nervous time at Gus Kleekus, however. The Broncos led 27-19 at half and still held a 7-point lead at the end of the third quarter. We're looking at some first half action here, but Bishop Diego rallied in the fourth quarter. As a matter of fact, the Cardinals actually went up by 3 points about halfway through the final stanza, but the Bishop Broncos, boy, they just wouldn't quit. Again, we're just very impressed with how hard the Broncos played. Hey, they got a couple of baskets by Brooke Callahan that put the Broncos up by a point late in the game. However, Bishop Diego, a couple of free throws, put them up by a point with 7 seconds remaining. And again, we're looking at some first half action here, but we did want to note Tamia Shoshone at the end of the game grabbed a missed shot by a Bronco, put back the offensive rebound with 2 seconds left, and that gave the Broncos a 51-50 lead, and they held on for the victory. Hey, Coach Brian Pennington called it an amazing victory for an amazing group of young ladies. Boy, a lot of fine performances by the Broncos, including Brooke Callahan, 21 points, 13 rebounds, 4 steals and 2 blocks. Caitlin Lent, 13 points, 5 assists, 3 steals. Tamia Shoshone, 8 points, none bigger than those two at the end of the game. Shoshone also had 7 rebounds, 4 steals, 3 assists, 2 blocks. Hey, Shiloh Smith Reynolds, 7 points, 7 rebounds. She dusted off 6 assists and had 4 steals. Esmeralda Morales had 2 points and 3 steals. Alexa Brown, Rachel Turner, Maria Jimenez, all contributing to the Bishop Broncos' 51-50 Division V AA second-round victory against Bishop Diego, number 7 seed of Santa Barbara. And again, that puts Bishop into Wednesday's quarterfinals. Got to take on Providence of Burbank, the number 2 seed, first place out of the Liberty League. Providence has scored 2 victories, 40-28 against Calvary Chapel Downey and 69-44 against Linfield Christian to reach the quarterfinals. Broncos, coached by Brian Pennington, 3rd place out of the High Desert League, 15-9 overall, and again 2 wins against seeded teams, with the first round win against number 10 Riverside Prep, and now the second round 51-50 win against Bishop Diego. The Broncos move into the quarterfinals. The winner of the Bishop Providence game will move into the semifinals, taking on the winner of Fraser Mountain and Village Christian. And no matter what happens, if the Broncos are able to come away with a victory against Providence, the Broncos would have the home game in the semifinal matchup. So good luck to Brian Pennington's Bishop Broncos. Again, that matchup is on Wednesday in Burbank. Let's head over to the soccer pitch here, shall we? And on Friday, both Bishop and Mammoth played in the CIF Southern Section first round. Bishop Broncos, as we're looking at here, played in Division 6, and the Bishop Broncos scored a 4-2 victory against visiting Webb. First half action here at the John Schwab Field/pitch. And it was 0-0 at halftime. No score for either squad, but they both exploded in the second half. And again, the Bishop Broncos coming away with a 4-2 victory. Coach John McGurk, boy, set a hat trick for senior Danny Lopez. All 3 goals were assisted by sophomore Alexis Barajas. And Coach McGurk notes that Danny Lopez returned the favor to Barajas, who scored Bishop's final goal. And that was after breaking down the defense on a run down the right wing. So the Bishop Broncos 4-2 win against Webb, and that puts Bishop into the second round. The Broncos will be hosting Rialto on Wednesday. Now, since both had a first round home game, there was a coin flip, which Bishop won, so Rialto will have to travel to the Eastern Sierra. Rialto, second place out of the San Andreas League. 13-10-2 overall, it looks like. A 3-1 first-round win against Dunn. Bishop Broncos, High Desert League champions, 10-3-2 overall, according to stats posted on Max Preps. And again, coached by John McGurk, been doing such a fine job with the Bishop soccer program. And the Bishop Broncos will be hosting Rialto, 5 o'clock scheduled kickoff at John Schwab Field pitch on Wednesday. The winner of this Bishop Rialto matchup will move into Friday quarterfinals against the winner of number 2 seed Animo Leadership and Sage Hill. Now, Bishop will be on the road. If the Broncos can defeat Rialto, they'll have to go on the road Friday to play either Sage Hill of Newport Beach or Animo Leadership of Inglewood. I wonder where the Broncos would rather go on that one. Let's head over to Mammoth soccer, where the Mammoth Huskies were hosting a Division VII first-round game. Mammoth scoring a 2-0 victory against Public Safety Academy. And again, this was Friday at Bishop City Park. Now, Mammoth scored both of the goals in the second half. Mammoth Huskies were ranked as high as number 2 in Division VII during the rankings this season. After dropping out of the top 5, the Huskies still had a fine season. And Wednesday's second round for the Mammoth Huskies will be in Irvine, taking on the winner of, taking on Tarba Vitora, which has 2 wins in the playoffs. Now, the winner of Mammoth at Tarba Vitora will be taking on the winner of Serra of Gardena at Nordhoff. Now, if the Huskies beat Tarba Vitora, it will be at Serra of Gardena. However, if Nordhoff wins that one, Mammoth Huskies would be hosting Nordhoff in Friday's quarterfinals. So again, some nice postseason play here by a lot of our teams in the Eastern Sierra. That's going to wrap up news on Sierra Wave TV. You know, we're part of Sierra Wave Media along with 92.5 FM, 96.5 FM. You can hear our radio station streaming on our website, sierrawave.net. Have a great evening, everybody. Good night.